Marine Corps veterans want to raise awareness of a terrible pattern that is happening with our soldiers who return from war.
Yeah, joining us is Edward Curry and Matthew Limes, who will be rucking to raise money during a challenge walk to raise awareness of a suicide epidemic among our American heroes. Welcome to both of you. First of all, thank you so much for your service to our great country. Talk about this issue. We call it an epidemic of suicide. What is going on?
Unfortunately, at the moment, 22 veterans a day commit suicide, and that's one every 65 minutes, and this is a big problem to our very small community, and it's something that isn't getting a lot of attention, and also there's not very much funding for it, so it's something that we want to do our part to hopefully inspire someone else to do the same thing we're doing, and hopefully a domino effect takes place.
Now, with numbers like that, Matthew, I would assume that you had to have been touched personally by this issue. Do you know veterans who have committed suicide?
Yes, sir, and it's about 1 in every 3 veterans know somebody who has.
What do you think? Is it PTSD? What is it that we think that is contributing to this?
PTSD is the main precursor to the suicide. But another thing we want to raise money for is research, because unfortunately we don't know, because it's a case-by-case basis depending on the person.
Now, how about just the return? Because I know when you're in the military, life is a whole different world there, and then you come back into this world, and it's just so different. Is that an adjustment problem?
It's not so much of an adjustment problem. It's just you're the best at what you do, and when you come home, you're kind of thrown back into somewhere where maybe you're a little bit lost and you're trying to find your way. You're not the best at what you're doing when you come back into civilian lifestyle.
Yeah. Before you guys talk about exactly what you're doing, you mentioned that there's not enough dollars there. Is our own government not doing enough to put an end to this?
Unfortunately, right now, the VA isn't actually contributing that much toward PTSD research and veteran suicide. That's why a lot of these charities are starting to pop up by other veterans that are raising money for transportation, funding, therapists, other medical treatments.
Okay, we're going to talk about your walk here now, but first of all, before we get going, we do have to have you define something for us. What is rucking?
Matt?
It's a heavier backpack. It's a heavier load-bearing backpack. It's weighted down heavier so it can maintain more weight.
How much weight are we talking about?
100 pounds plus.
Okay,
wow.
So you're going to walk. So a lot of people go out and do charity walks. You're going to walk with 100 pounds on your back.
Yes, sir.
That's the goal.
Wow. Tell us about this walk, when it is, and what your ultimate goal is, and how people can help, really.
This walk is on September 12th. It'll be taking place in St. Clair Shores, starting at Motor City CrossFit, and from there we'll head downtown to downtown Detroit, down Jefferson, and from there we'll just be talking to people, doing rounds, raising awareness for veteran suicide, and hopefully getting the word out to more people, and hopefully we touch a few people to hopefully do the same thing.
So Matthew, this isn't a walk where people sign up to join you walking. You've got a group walking, and they sponsor you on how many miles you walk, how many pounds you carry. How do you raise the money?
Yes, sir, essentially, and then it's open for people to join in as well.
Oh, so people can walk along with you. Do they have to carry rucks with 100 pounds in them?
Not always, sir.
Well, we really, truly appreciate what both of you have done for our country and your service, and also to what you're doing now to try to kind of stem this tide of this just suicide epidemic that we're seeing. It is so very tragic. Edward Curry and Matthew Limes, we appreciate. And again, our website, WXYZ.com, we've got all the information for people.
Thank you.
Good luck to you both, and again,
Yeah.
thank you for your service.